Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be part 2 of this little mini golf series. Part 1 was investigating and sorting out the ABS sensors or sensor faults. This is part 2 and it's going to be a quick and easy, or should be easy, front brake pad replacement. So let's get going. Alright, first things first then, we'll rip the wheels off. The ball tyre, that'll be going on an advisory for him, definitely needs changing. Alright, let's get you over this side. Alright, first of all we're going to take these little plastic caps out of here, out the bolt holes. And in the back there we've got two 7mm Allen key bolts. Get those out. One. I could use an air ratchet, but for the time being we'll just use the old manual ratchet. Less noise, saves the compressor keep kicking on off. Right, that's the second one. And on the front here, which you can't see, is a spring clip, so I'll just get that off. That comes off with the aid of a screwdriver. Right now. And that is that. See that little spring clip? That just stops the caliper juddering about on the pads. And we'll give it a bit of a squeeze. We'll just push the piston in the back of it. So we can get that off. And we'll stick that up there. And you can see out. We are basically down to the metal backing. Alright, so what I'll do is get my G-clamp. Alright, I'm just going to use my G-clamp to push the piston back into the caliper. I've had a quick look at the rubber seal. The rubber seal looks good. Put that across there, so it's nice and straight. And we'll just wind that back in slowly. Gives a chance for all the fluid to push back. Now these brakes, these pads don't come with any hardware, so you've got no stainless steel fittings or anything to go on these pads. The pads goes directly into the calipers. So the next stage, once we've got this out, will be to clean the caliper bracket up. And this side also doesn't have a wear indicator. The wear indicator is on the other side. So I'll show you that when the time comes. Alright, so that's that piston wound right back in again. And I'll take that pad out. And as you can see, that one is pretty much the same. We're down to about sort of 2 millish on that one. And probably about 1.5 mil on that one. So we'll get our hook Where's our hook? That's our caliper hook, and we'll just hang that up on the spring for a moment, out the way, and then we can get on and we can clean the caliper bracket. Alright, so the best way to clean these brackets, you can get in there with a screwdriver and give it a good old scrape, but the easiest way by far is just to take the whole caliper bracket off, which is held on by two 21mm bolts. So again, noise alert. I ain't got enough beans in it. Alright, just bear with me a second. Let's get me right here. I've had that air gun about 20 years. I think it might be. There we are, the breaker bar does the job. Back to the noise alert. Alright, and then we have the caliper bracket. So what we'll do now, we'll get a file. I'll do that off camera. I'll go and file these out, make them nice and clean, make sure the pads slip nicely in between the grooves. So we'll be back in a second. Right, so that's all the caliper nicely cleaned up. It's all squared up with a file and finished off with a wire brush. All ready to see wherever these pads go in. And these are a new design pads. They come with a red coating. Let's see if we can show you one of those. Apparently this red coating helps the bedding in process. Helps the coefficient, what is it they say? Formulated a new friction surface coating that delivers stopping power straight out the box. The new red coating gives a higher coefficient of friction during the initial bedding in period and can reduce braking distances by up to 20% during the initial bedding in stage. So that's nice and awesome, isn't it? So what we have to do, we just have to make sure that these fit nicely into the slots on the caliper. So that one, so this will be the outside. This will be the outside pad, and that fits nicely onto there. Just like so. So what we do, we stick that back on and we give it a bit of a grease. And don't forget, all these nuts and bolts have to be tightened up to spec, up to torque. Sort of do as I say, not as I do. Alright, noise alert again. And we'll just pinch those up. Give them a couple of ugger-duggers. Right, let's go and find some grease. Right, we'll have a little dab of copperies on where the pads make contact with the bracket. So we put a bit of grease on here. sure you don't get anything on the disc, and if you do, just wipe it off. The next one, let's put the inside pad in. The inside pad of a big spring clip to go in the caliper. So we'll take the hook off of there. We'll put a little bit of grease around the piston face, stop squeaking, and a little bit on the back of the ears. And we'll pop that pad in there, like so. And we'll put that pad in there. And we'll slip our caliper on without twisting the brake pipe up. And that sits on there like so. And it's just a case of getting our bolts back in. First of all, alright, let me just clean them up with a wire brush because they're a bit groomy, and we'll be back. Right, so we've got our pin nice and clean. I'm just going to put a little smear of grease on that just to ease it through the boot. Put that through there. Locate that in its hole. Tighten that up to spec. Alright, we'll just clean the other one. Get the spot off it. Like so, nice and clean. A little smear of grease. It goes in the bottom one. Find its locating hole. Torque these up to spec. You'll need to look in service data or look online for torque settings. This is just really for quick reference. Put your two little plastic plugs back in. Now all that's left is to put this little metal spring clip back in the front. The easiest way to do that, I find, is to hook one side in, then hook the other side in a little hole, and then just bend the tab back over the lug, without it coming out. There we go. Now a little tapping device, just to tap it in place. Right, and that's that one done. We just got to pump the brake up, and then put the wheel back on and back onto the other side. So we'll leave that there, and I'll just put a little bit of extra film when I do the other side to show the where the brake wear indicator goes. But the other side is exactly the same as this side. And don't forget to check all your torques, do your torque settings. Right, back in a second. And lastly, not to forget, remember to clean the face of the hub up before you put the wheel on, so it sits nice and flat. Right, here's a little bit of bonus footage. On the near side, the inner pad has a wear indicator, which is a 2-pin wire, and that went. Right, so you put your pad back in the caliper in the normal way, and then this wire is just hanging down, and then after you've installed it you need to connect it up, which I'll show you in a moment. Right, so once all your calipers back on and all tightened up, you get wire coming up from the back from your brake pad, and that all that does is get the right way round. That just slots into there till it clicks. Right, let's put the camera down for a second, hang on. So you get a nice click to note, so you know it's all in place, and then you've got the bracket that sits behind it, and that just pushes into the bracket to hold it all secure. Right, that's that for the brake job then, guys. We'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.